This weekend is the No Kings protest throughout the greater 50 United States in America. And kind of listening to my favorite commentators. Some are speaking about the protest that is largely everybody but descendants of American slaves, to which I agree with a lot of the commentators on there that I listen to that are speaking about it or have mentioned it. I am proud of us for staying out of it and allowing everybody else fight the corner, fight the good fight, if it is a good fight. What we have is I've been looking at several tapes or videos. Sorry, Mo School. And a lot of people, the majority of them, when you look at the wide shots, are people who have been benefiting the most out of our circumstances. They benefited the most out of America giving them handouts, goodies, and giveaways. The floor of success and living just decently has been literally rolled out to them as a red carpet. Every day that I am out and about, I am being shown by the creator of the universe the luxurious way that most of the people that are out there protesting, saying no kings, live very good lives. They have homes that are nicely manicured, and even the ones that aren't the manicure is not being kept up. It's in a nice neighborhood with its own private parks attached to it. And even the cars that they drive, and the just being able to go into stores and be welcomed where descendants of American slaves cannot live in peace and comfort, and most times are not welcome. And it's not verbally that has to be spoken to you. Many times we can feel the spirit, whether or not we're in religion. Religion does not dictate whether or not you have a spiritual connection, and it also does not dictate your blood that runs through your body and your core, the heart of you that can pick up things. We are a different people than all the other nations throughout the earth. So I give credit to where credit is due. There are a lot of those people out there, and you can tell that the spirit is different. And I heard one commentator state that, and a couple actually, that have stated that you notice that all the armed forces that the president of the United States would have had out there had we been, they're not able to use it. And how that is probably really messing with the minds of the elites, of the families that have a stranglehold on this world that is now dying in front of us. And I think most appropriately is to say the world that is in its final moments, taking its final breaths. How haunting and daunting that no matter what they do, no matter what levers they are pulling behind the scenes and in front of us, it's just not working. And those of us who are perceptive, you can see it, you can feel it, you can I don't know what the word is where you can, I guess, sense it. There's another word for that, but you know something is off. I also believe probably a lot of white people know that too. They're probably standing in that crowd saying something is off. Something is just not flipping the switch. Like with the George Floyd incident and the marching that was out there, you knew something was going to change. You knew something was going to give. The spirit out during that time was so magneted, that you knew something was actually going to not, that the powers that be were going to have to capitulate and give some of their power away. And again, I give credit where credit's due. There's large crowds out there. They're out there doing their thing. But the spirit of it, I'm sorry to say, is just not there, because we are the heart that beats in this landmass. We always have been, and we will continue to be. Change does not come without a cost, and something has to be given up. I believe in my sense, and this may be wrong, but it seems like what's coming in the next couple of weeks are going to force the elite families and bloodlines and those who have ruled with Satan and the demons, ruled in this world, are going to have to offer a capitulation by telling the truth to all of the people that have been marching today, and that their gains that they have received, the gifts and goodies and giveaways that they have received, have come by unjust measures that are now going to be paid for. I don't know how much of a panic this may cost. That depends on the angels and the missions or the orders that they have been given by the creator of the universe. But what I do sense is that some type of information, whether it is the president coming to the podium and having to talk straight with these people, in the way of, if we don't make these changes, our country could go by the wayside, or if they're forced to tell the truth by Three-Eye Atlas and the conglomerate of objects that are out there, that although the elites are not officially saying that they are extraterrestrial or that they're intelligent, but that the creator of the universe is telling his people spiritually that they are intelligent, that they're going to have, they're in somehow, some way, they're going to have to capitulate that information and give it to the masses. And it could be in the form of, there's nothing else we can do for you. That could be the message, that these people, and it may even be President Trump that's going to deliver it to them. We have delivered all that we could deliver to you. If you haven't made a go of things by now, and I'm just saying this is probably something to the effect that the president would say, is that if you haven't made a go of it by now, it's over. It's over. We have these beings coming in, and they are not here to get with our program. They are on another mission entirely. That's probably going to be the message given to them. And so I believe it says in the Bible that man fears or faints considering the things that are coming upon them. Because deep down inside, I believe that every one of those persons, they know that justice has got to come. They know it. They know it. And I think that even while they're out there, they're hoping against hope that maybe they might be wrong and they can continue to live lavishly at the expense of our bloodshed on this holy ground, just long enough to where they can maybe, end up in a coffin and not have to think about it anymore. And I think others are literally woefully blind. They have gone into la la land. I think probably the new people who are immigrants who have been here maybe in the last 5 years, 5 or 10 years, they just now got their stores going. They're just now graduating from college, and they're in, they're working at Apple, like the rest of the Indians that come from India. They've got their little techno job, and they're making $80,000 to $100,000 a year, and the wife is pregnant, and they already got one kid, now they're getting ready to have another. They're probably the most blind. One, because they don't know the history of America. Two, because they're not leaning toward that spiritual awakening anyway. They got their other religion going on that has totally got them blind. And so to them, America's fresh and new. And they're probably out there because they want to keep going because they're prospering out of it. They've come in a time where America is now at its last moments. And this is a tragedy. Right now, I am sitting in a parking lot, and across the street from me are those Mid-Eastern people. Like there's a young group of young men, and you know what's if I can get the picture up, I'll post the picture. You will see that that these men are they're it's really something. They are emulating what black young men in my generation, Generation X, and even some of the baby boomers. So you're talking about that 70s, 80s, even 90s generation where the brothers will be out there with their, with their rides, and they're hanging out, they got the music playing. So right now, across the street from me, I have that is they're Indian, maybe Punjabi, the Middle Eastern part of the world that are out there. And you can't tell me that we don't have power to change the world and really to change it for the better. These young men are hanging out, they're talking, they got the music blasting. No shade, no shade. Congratulations to them. But they taken it from a culture that was paid for in blood, by the way. And so I just have to say that they're probably about a couple of decades too late for it to continue on, but it is what it is. Again, everything in my heart, there's so much I want to say. I will continue to record, but I got to get some of these videos up. Whoever is drawn to listen to this, bless your heart. Know that the creator of the universe has drawn you to this, and it just may save your life. I would say, as I've always said, if you listen to my other videos, and I would encourage you to do so, get yourself a bug out bag. And there are plenty of videos on YouTube and on other platforms where they talk about creating a bug out bag, so that if you need to put something in your car, or if you need to bug out, or if you need to get out your house quickly, that you'll be able to take the necessities with you and will be able to leave on a moment's notice. Again, it is my belief, and it's just only my belief, that I don't know. It looks like a three-eye atlas, and maybe some of those objects are not really talking about those other objects. I saw a couple of videos to say that we have things swarming, literally circumventing the planet itself, but that I guess they can't really be detected by the human eye. But it can be detected by other means, and that would make sense. We also seems like there's might be things hovering around the moon as well. But Three-Eye Atlas, for some reason, is still on the trajectory toward the sun, and looks like it's on a path to, from what I understand, it's near the sun actually, and it's on a path to go behind it, and then from there we don't know what will happen, or we probably do know what will happen, and it could be that what's in my heart, my mind, and again, I have nothing mathematically to prove this, only spiritually, is that is going to turn back around, and then head back to Earth, or head to Earth, and then I think that's probably around the time. So we're looking at November-ish, when it absolutely starts to make that trajectory back. And I think they'll try to play it, and I'm talking about the powers that shouldn't be, will try to play it as long as possible to say probably either nothing, or to allow speculation to continue up until the point where they have to say something. And for the majority of white people, it's going to be too late when that happens. So if what we have always been and what we're doing now, resting, and we will be ready for what comes next.